Leave it to Cosmo to get tough on a Trump column. The magazine interviewed Ivanka and found it's not just dad who feels entitled to softballs. First of all, take any condescension you might feel about Cosmopolitan and shove it to the side. Cosmo is a major American magazine first published in 1886 with more than 3 million subscribers. That's about the same as Sports Illustrated. Yeah. The magazine is known for fashion tricks and sex tips, but its modern incarnation has always mixed features and hard news and with tips about dry shampoo or how to get lip color to last. And most American women have read Cosmo at least a few times. Some 65% of its readers are college-educated women, an incredibly important voting bloc in this year's presidential contest. So there's all of that. But there's also this. Cosmo writer Prachi Gupta holds the distinct honor of having logged a devastating interview with Ivanka Trump, who is often described as Donald Trump's most effective weapon in the struggle to convince voters that he is a likable person. It's a short interview. Ivanka Trump told Gupta she had to jump off the call after Gupta asked, real questions. Moderators of upcoming presidential debates should take note. NBC Today show host Matt Lauer moderated a recent candidate town hall and repeatedly allowed Trump to trot out lies and distortions unquestioned. Not so on Gupta's watch. Here's the thing about Trump's childcare and maternity leave policy. The cost of childcare is a major strain on American families. Here in Michigan, the average family pays about $9,274 a year. Because Trump's plan offers a tax credit, not a subsidy or benefit, that means families who don't earn enough to pay federal income tax aren't helped. In fact, an explainer on Trump's website uses the example of a family making $70,000 a year. They'd save $840 in taxes under Trump's plan. In Michigan, the median income for a family of 4 is about $48,000. Trump's plan would offer 6 weeks of paid leave, at an average sum that's less than what's paid for unemployment benefits. Yes, it's true that we are the only industrialized country that doesn't offer paid maternity leave. That means women, particularly women in low-wage jobs, have to go back to work before they've physically recovered from childbirth, and before most folks would suggest that it's a good idea to place a newborn in care. It's disgraceful, and it's just one of the awful ways the income gap manifests itself in this country. The Family and Medical Leave Act doesn't replace any income during the 12 weeks of postpartum leave it guarantees. And not every woman can amass sufficient savings to get through those unpaid months. So while anything's better than what we have now, it's deeply unclear who would be better off under Trump's plan. And those are the kinds of questions Gupta asked his daughter. Early on, Gupta asks whether Trump's plans will include paternity leave. Ivanka Trump says no. That leave is intended for women who've given birth. What about same-sex couples? Gupta asks. If they're married and one of them has given birth, Ivanka Trump responds, they're eligible. Adoptive parents, in other words, wouldn't get leave under Trump's plan. And by the way, hold up, does that mean that opposite-sex couples must also be married? Then there's the following exchange. Prachi Gupta, okay, I just wanted to make sure I understood. In 2004, Donald Trump said that pregnancy is an inconvenient thing for a business. It's surprising to see this policy from him today. Can you talk a little bit about those comments and perhaps what has changed? Ivanka Trump, so I think that you have a lot of negativity in these questions, and I think my father has put forth a very comprehensive and really revolutionary plan to deal with a lot of issues. So I don't know how useful it is to spend too much time with you on this if you are going to make a comment like that. Gupta, I would like to say that I'm sorry the questions, you're finding them negative, but it is relevant that a presidential candidate made those comments, so I'm just following up. Trump, well, you said he made those comments. I don't know that he said those comments. Back in May, Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton released a childcare plan the Washington Post called enormously ambitious. Clinton's plan would cap childcare costs at 10% of household income, a needed fix especially for low-wage workers in expensive metropolitan areas, where the cost of daycare can consume a minimum wage worker's annual income. She's also promised to extend 12 weeks of paid leave at 2/3 of wages to new parents or those who are seriously ill. Clinton's childcare plan addresses the economic strain on parents, but also ensures childcare centers that receive any kind of federal subsidy meet state standards. It's a plan born of Clinton's lifelong focus on policy that impacts women and children. And it's quietly thrilling, both because it represents the advancement of a really tough issue all working parents deal with into the national narrative, and because it signals that the country's first female president is going to do stuff that significantly improves the lives of women and children. But it hasn't exactly set the world on fire. It's like we expect Hillary Clinton to have done her homework, so she doesn't get much credit for turning it in. There's a real disparity between the two plans, both in scope and just how much they'd help people. It's nice to see at least one Trump held accountable for their plans.